We teach girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much. You should aim to be successful, but not too successful, otherwise you will threaten the man. Because I am female, I am expected to aspire to marriage. I'm expected to make my life choices, always keeping in mind that marriage is the most important.
As time has progressed, the representation of women in society and the media has also shifted. In the 1920s, women were thin. In the 1950s, they were curvy and promiscuous. And now, in the 21st century, women find themselves held to a standard of unattainable beauty by the media. This causes detrimental effects on society, like issues with body image and self-esteem, as well as eating disorders. The stakeholders all express their opinion on the representation of women in the media in different ways. Male students and female students both agree that women should be treated fairly and equally in the media. Feminists argue and advocate for the treatment of women in the media and how they should be represented. Psychologists discuss the problems that women in the media face and also how to overcome them. And lastly, marketers in the media ultimately have the power on how they wish to represent women in the media, which could change the playing field for all.
Skinny, attractive, model type women.
In various aspects of the media, sometimes I feel like women are looked down on kind of as like sexual objects and things like that.
These really thin women who in recent years have gained larger breasts and larger butts. Like there's this very specific idea of a woman who's supposed to be conventionally attractive and she's supposed to titillate men. Like that's what she's there for. So I definitely think of the Hardee's women first.
These are examples of the women in the Hardee's commercials. Unfortunately, even young girls are beginning to feel the weight of the unattainable beauty standard.
They're portrayed as flawless women who have no imperfections since the cameras don't show any of the things wrong about them. They make them look perfect to the viewer so that they can make more money on their product.
I think it affects some girls and makes them feel like they have to look like the women on TV or in commercials to fit in. It doesn't affect all girls like that, but most of them, yes.
Women should be shown in the media as the average woman, where not they see all the perfections. They should see some imperfections, and they just feel just as good as every other person.
I believe it would make girls feel like they don't have to be flawless and have no imperfections to fit in. That it would make them feel like they can just be themselves to be able to fit in with their friends and people at school.
Women in society can be a very controversial topic. As time has progressed, values, principles, and standing has shifted. In recent years, the rise of feminism and women empowerment has become a widely supported idea and has been published in thousands of books like Feminism, Media, and Law, which depicts legalities and connections of women, media, and feminism. However, the true definition of feminism is something that seems to be unknown and resulted in various opinions.
Feminism, I would say, is equal rights for women.
Women having equal rights as men.
I think feminism is women trying to get equal rights compared to men, like fair wages and things like that.
I think feminism is a social movement that strives for equality between marginalized people, and it specifically comes from a need to seek equality between genders, men, women, gender non-conforming people, but then it's grown from there to include the voices of people in other marginalized positions that have been left out of power structures and have been given less opportunities to succeed.
The New York City Girls Project is taking action by encouraging young girls. Their motto is, I'm a girl, I'm smart, a leader, adventurous, friendly, and funny. I'm beautiful the way I am. Other companies like Dove and Aerie are encouraging body image and using models that are realistic. Barbie just released new versions of the doll to fit curvy, tall, and short body types and also different ethnicities so that all women are represented. And lastly, plus-size models are becoming more popular. These actions are changing society by encouraging women to be happy with themselves. Women are taking action themselves and breaking down the stereotypes.
I'm a woman and I will not be a stereotype.
I am a woman and I aspire to be a lawyer.
I am a woman and I am a scientist.
I'm a woman and I aspire to be a pediatrician.
I'm a woman and I enjoy teaching agriculture.
I am a girl and I enjoy lifting weights.
I'm a woman and I work in a hardware store. I'm a woman and my career goal is to be a tomato farmer.
I am a woman and I want to be the president of a company.
I have long blonde hair, and I have heard some of my coworkers and also some of my employees call me Barbie sometimes, and I don't think that's supposed to be in a respectful way. But it's okay because I understand why they might do that, but eventually they come to realize that I know what I'm doing and I have a degree. I'm a chemical engineer and I have risen in the ranks of leadership, and I can make very tough decisions and I make very sound business decisions, and so they eventually realize that there's more to me than just the blonde hair. They feel very intimidated and very awkward with me, and that was a hard thing to get used to because they would want to only deal with my managers who are males and not with me, even though I was the leader and I was the boss. But eventually, when they realized they could get along with my personality and that I was making sense and I was making good decisions, they realized that it's not so bad, and eventually they realized, okay, it's okay to do business with a female.
Same as men, they shouldn't have to worry about their looks or weight. They should be comfortable with themselves and happy with their own lives.
I mean, I wouldn't say, like, don't wear the makeup and clothes. Like, I mean, if that's you, do you, but if you want to be, like, more true to yourself and you're not into that, then just be real. I mean, like, whatever you want to be.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up, because women can do anything that men can do. And even if it's a man's world and it's predominantly a male field, you can always make progress and you can do just as well.
In my mind, being a girl is being fierce and strong, and for me it's being feminine. And women are complex, and there's no way to pin down one experience that is woman. Instead, we should be seeking the multitude of voices that are out there in order to make sure that people get a full idea of what womanhood is and what the experience it is to be a woman in this society.